What's going on, guys? This is the Knowles and Dogs podcast, Christmas edition. As you can see, I have my Yoda Santa hat on. And, Dylan has his New York Jets jersey on.
Yeah, I
Really
do.
supporting America's team.
Yeah.
Anyway, so while we are here to talk college football. And we have a alright show planned out today. We continue our bowl game pick'em. We pick back up. We missed 2 games because we're coming to you a little later in the week. But nothing. We only missed the 3 games. They were really kind of pointless games. We'll kind of bring them up briefly. But we'll continue that. We got some transfer portal news to talk about. And then we got, we'll play a little game called what's my college team want for Christmas this year? And we'll just kind of go through a couple teams, and we'll say what they really want to have on the top of their Christmas list. And are they going to get it or not? Have they been naughty or nice? We'll find out. Excuse me, it's Arnold Palmer. This is not any alcoholic beverage. This is Arnold Palmer. Anyway, I'm Hunter.
I'm Dylan.
And this is Nose and Dogs. So, We'll get started. Won't waste any more time. Hop right into the college football news of the week. Most recent news came out that some in the transfer portal, Devin Leary, NC State star quarterback, transferring to Kentucky today, or it might have been yesterday. A big pickup for the Wildcats, because I know they're just getting back their OC they had from a couple years ago, who was in the NFL. He's coming back. So a good pickup for Kentucky. I'm still not, as a Georgia fan, I'm not really threatened by anything.
Not at all.
But a solid pickup. And I think maybe a step in the right direction for maybe next year. We'll see.
I don't see much coming of this move, personally. I mean, he's a good quarterback, but he also wasn't very good last year. Even when he was healthy, he looked like he took a step back. And, I mean, I hope the best for him at Kentucky, but with how poorly at times Will Levis looked, I know there's a different offensive coordinator taking over the play calling, but still, I mean, I wonder if there was a better decision he could have made for his draft stock than Kentucky.
Maybe. Also, probably how much money was he getting there too?
Yeah, true.
So it's probably a mix of things. I know he came in as a dark horse, Heisman kind of talk. He's never really. Problem is, he can't. He has a hard time staying healthy. Like, he missed some games this year. He missed a couple last year, I think.
Yeah, he did.
And then it's kind of like one of those spots where how many weapons are you going to have at Kentucky? It's not like it's not one of those top tier places that everybody wants to go to. So, I hope the best of him. He gets to come to Georgia next year and lose. Congrats. But
imagine if Devin Leary is the guy who beats Georgia.
it won't happen. No. Although, let's see.
Hey, don't start knocking on wood right now, buddy.
No, I'm trying to think.
You're gonna breathe this into the world.
No, I'm just trying to. I'm just trying to think who South Carolina's quarterback was back in 2019 that beat us.
Oh, was that
Well,
he was a freshman then. He was a freshman then, wasn't he?
Well, he didn't beat us. Jake Fromm's 4 turnovers that game was the reason we lost.
Hold on, he's like Northwestern's quarterback now, I'm pretty sure.
Here, I can type it in.
Okay.
I got it.
Ryan Helinski.
Oh yeah. You just hate to see that. Yep, there it is. And then Decarius Joyner came in as well. No, the problem was in this game. Got Brian Edwards played on this team. No, the problem was Jake Fromm had 3 interceptions. That's the problem.
Yeah, you can't do much about that.
No, and I think it was J.C. Horn who had most of them. But, yeah, well, that's not the point. The point is we haven't lost a home game since then. Anyway, back to Devin Leary. Hope for the best of him. I think he might have I think his stats will look a little better. I think he'll have some better weapons than he did at NC State. But the competition's going to stiffen up a little bit more. So we're going to see. Maybe that's why he wanted to come because I know his main destinations that were getting looked at were a bunch of SEC schools. So we'll see. I know this is probably towards draft stock, but I mean that's all I can really see into it right now.
Yeah,
But if you're a Wildcat fan, you got to be excited about it.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot more upside with him.
The other guys on the portal, to be honest with you.
And even the guys he had in the roster. So it's a good get, especially after Will Levis is gone. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe they might be able to better contend for that second spot in the East now. But we'll see. All right, we'll move on to Travis
Is it
Hunter.
even really news? Like, is this really
Not really news. At this point, this is just kind of stuff that's kind of
yeah.
Travis Hunter, who is at Jackson State, who, if you don't know, was the number 1 overall recruit in the 2022 class, right? 23.
Yes.
22 class.
22 class. Yeah, he's a freshman.
He was the guy that was supposed to go to Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia was also in the mix, but at the end of the day, he flipped, went to Jackson State. Deion was able to get him. It was shocked the world. Florida State fans like Dylan were just in shambles, didn't know how to deal with it. And, but he has entered the portal. A lot of people are really thinking he's going to follow Deion to Colorado. That's what the main thing is. I know I've heard some other schools. I think Georgia's possibly going to try to maybe talk to him, but although if you're Travis Hunter right now, you have to know that you're pretty much saying who wants me the most. You pretty much already have Colorado already in your back pocket, but why not go out and see what else happens? Worst case scenario. You just go to Colorado because Deion's going to want you.
Yeah.
So that's a worst case scenario. So why not go see what other people have? Because you wait it out a little bit, see what everybody else has to offer. Then you're like, I'll just go back to Deion. You already know the system and stuff, so you don't really need to. You're not going to be missing much. So we'll see. I don't know if you had anything.
No, I was just looking into it a little bit. There's some rumor that it's between 4 schools that are Colorado, Georgia, Miami, USC. I don't really see Miami really in there personally, but it really seems like he just wants to play with Deion at Colorado, and he wants to kind of like he did last year, make a little bit of a show out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or gets the media circus going around him for a bit. I think he still ends up at Colorado. I think he'll probably be playing at Colorado in a year from now. He's really talented, as obviously everybody knows. Only thing with him is he's very skinny, and he got hurt more than once last season. So that's the only thing with Travis Hunter is his freshman year he really missed most of the season with injury. So he really hasn't had a chance to do anything yet. But I think obviously with his talent, you give him time, he could do. Yeah, he could be elite.
Yeah, I just had a quick question. Tell me if I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. Wasn't he a defensive back?
Yeah, he was a. Well, he was a 2-way.
Oh, so he was a 2-way. Because I haven't seen him. Because I'm tell me if I'm wrong, but I never saw him play on defense.
But he barely played. Yeah, like I said, because he had the injuries. He really just played wide receiver. Yeah.
Well, he's not.
At least. Yeah, he lined. I know. It's hard to follow. It's hard to follow Jackson State because they don't. They're not on television. They don't really come up on a lot of things. It's very hard to follow them. But from what I gathered, he was hurt for most of the season, and then he was on a snap count near the end. So he was really just playing reps at wide receiver.
Gotcha. I think at this point he needs to probably just pick a side And it'll probably be hope he fits best as probably like a slot receiver. You know, get you those yards, the dirty yards that you need. I mean, other than that, he's a quickster. But that's all I really see right there from him. But don't get me wrong, he's very fast. He just needs to put on some more weight because I think if he wants to get up to the next level, he's got to be needs to be a little heavier than what he is right now.
Needs to be able to take a bigger hit.
For sure.
Did you see that fumble?
Going to be the biggest thing.
You see that fumble he had? Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that.
Can't be doing that. All right, so we'll move on. We'll keep an eye on that. We all just think, though, he's probably going to be going to Colorado.
Yeah.
Something popped up as I was scrolling through Twitter. Blake Corum undecided. This is just quick, just little hot rapid fire stuff. Blake Corum still undecided about if he wants to go to the NFL or not. I know he is a junior. Stop me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, one sec.
Look that up for me.
Yeah.
I know he at least has 1 year of eligibility left. So there's that. I know he tore his ACL, so he was out. So he's still recovering from the knee. So we'll see. I know
He's a junior.
I know the problem is though. I mean, you got Donovan Edwards, who's only a freshman or sophomore, so it's like, he's already capable enough. I mean, do you want to run that back, or is Edwards not going to like that? So you're going to have to see there. We'll see with that.
Yeah. The only thing with him, I think, is the reason why he's hesitant on declaring is because of the injury.
Yeah.
Because it's a torn meniscus. So I don't know if that would hurt his draft stock right now, and he's thinking, I can go back and build it back up with another good season. That would be that would be my guess is what his agent's telling him right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's why it's kind of like what happened with David Ajabo last year, where Ajabo tore his ACL right during his pro day, and it kind of he's still in the draft, but he fell probably like a round or two farther than he should have. I think now he's just getting back into reps and stuff.
Yeah.
George Pickens, luckily, he tore his ACL spring of last year, so he had the entire year to work it back up. Came back in time for the SEC title game and for the playoffs. Didn't really make a huge impact. He had a couple nice catches, but luckily, he came back with enough where he kind of settled back into his draft stock where he kind of was supposed to be in that early second round
pick. Yeah.
Man, he's good. Oh God, as a Steeler fan, man, we don't throw to him enough. I mean, he catches everything. He had another awesome catch against Carolina this week.
He catches all the hard ones.
Well, he catches everything. If it's if he's able to catch it, he more than likely catches it. He went up and caught one. He didn't even jump. He just caught it and walked backwards with two guys on him. He's him. He's him. Anyway, back to mine. Yeah, I think he might. Did we find out if he's a junior or not?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, so, I mean, that's gonna be something he'll have to figure out. If I were him, I don't know.
If I was him, I would stay at Michigan for another year. I mean, worst case scenario, you get healthy at Michigan. You know what I mean? You have an entire year just to work for the draft.
Yeah. Even if you want to just get a couple reps in.
Exactly. Let's say hypothetical situation. He has a torn meniscus. He's not able to do pro day. He's not able to do the combine. His draft stock falls to a 4th round pick, and he loses millions of dollars.
I don't think he would drop that far, but
it really just depends because guys come out of nowhere combine season.
Yeah, I mean Trayvon Walker,
exactly,
number 1 overall pick. I mean, he's unbelievable metrics at the combine.
4 or 5 years ago, John Ross was a barely a 5th-round pick, jumped to the 1st round because he broke the record for time, like the 40-yard.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the combine, it gets weird. So, I don't blame him for being hesitant on wanting to declare with the injury.
Mm-hmm.
And then
All right.
last bit of news that
Go
we
ahead.
set up for today is just Jeff Sims, Georgia Tech quarterback this last season, who missed most of the season with injury, commits to Nebraska to play with Matt Rule. I don't know what to think of that move at all, to be honest with you. It's like,
We'll see how it works out.
yeah, he was great in high school, was an Elite 11 quarterback, so I think he was a 4-star prospect. But at Georgia Tech, he had flashes where he looked good, and then other times it looked like he was not. But maybe that was also the coaching there, because there was obviously a problem.
Yeah.
But he looked bad at times, like really bad at Georgia Tech. So I guess we'll see what happens on that one. But I think that's all the big news. If you know anything else going on,
So just a couple quick things. JoJo Earls, who was one of Alabama's wide receivers, played this year. Just committed to TCU.
Yep.
That's a nice pickup. JT Daniels, our transfer portal's regular. The transfer portal regular is off to Rice.
4th time.
And Drake May was offered $5 million to unknown schools, according to Pat Narduzzi. So it's always something.
Miami, Bama.
Hey. And then
I mean, hey, allegedly.
kudos to Mac Brown to keeping him. Kudos.
Yeah.
Well, I think also, I mean, you kind of ruined the family legacy at that point. I mean, all the.
I was gonna say, I have a strong feeling he was never actually going to leave.
I never
because,
thought
I mean,
he was. I thought he would have been crazy too.
I thought, well, because you definitely heard the smoke too with the whole Bama transfer thing that
Yeah.
came out of nowhere. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I was thinking, oh, that's just smoke. Like, there's no fire behind that smoke.
You're a Heisman candidate. You're a quarterback. You're a quarterback. You're a Heisman candidate. This is just like Ohio State quarterbacks. You're in a weak conference. Sorry, no offense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why would you want to leave a spot where you're able to put up gaudy numbers like this, and potentially go 9-3, 10-2, 11-1?
Yeah, especially when you would be joining a team that all season had problems on offense, that they put their quarterback in a position to lose. Like, Bill O'Brien was criticized as making some of the worst choices as an offensive coordinator all year at Bama. Why? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just did not make any. And the other one was Miami. Like, are you crazy? Are you trying to ruin your draft stock? Why would you? Like, I don't think anybody who. Right now, if you were looking to get drafted, like, you're like, next year, I really want to show my tape. I don't think Miami is the place that screams quarterback right now to you.
No. And if you're North Carolina,
That's not just. I mean, yeah.
You're a mediocre defense away from being easily 11-1.
Yeah.
11-2. I mean, you lose in the conference title game, but it's because Mac Brown came out and said they didn't prepare for Kate Klubnik. Kind of respect it. I mean, openly and honestly coming out and just saying, "Hey, we didn't care about him."
He's like, hey, I'll be straight with you. We had no belief that Dabo would change anything
Or the
up.
old Kirby Smart didn't know Tua and Jalen Hurts were going to play out of the playbook. Have to respect it. Anyway, I mean, you're a mediocre defense away from. You should have beat Tech because your receiver dropped the ball. That's a win. You should have beat NC State.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 wins. I mean, there you
Kicker
go. I
missed
mean,
it.
yeah. I mean, you're couple just defensive miscues and plays and offensive miscues, just slightest
unlucky
plays.
decisions.
Just bad breaks away from easily being way better than where you would have been anywhere else. So
I say a couple more breaks go their way. They're top 10 right now, man. Like, they're sitting comfy, possibly looking at a New Year's Six bowl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
11-1.
For sure.
Possibly going over USC into that bowl game. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that simple. But who knows?
Anything else here? A good buddy of mine, dad just got hired. Rock Bellantoni just got hired as the DC at FAU.
Ooh.
So a nice pickup for TCU, or not TCU, Tom Herman. I don't know why I just said TCU. So Rock Bellantoni back at FAU. He used to be the DC there a couple years ago. He was coming back. He was at Auburn as the linebackers coach and the special teams coordinator. So good pickup there for Auburn, or not Auburn, FAU. So they look to turn things around, I guess. I don't know. You know more than I do. But we'll see.
So, I mean, yeah.
1 second. All right. So we'll move on now to our pick'em slate. We will resume. We'll go through the tallies right now, though.
Yeah.
Actually, if you want, while I'm counting up the scores to this point, we didn't do Boca Bowl, Myrtle Beach Bowl, or the Idaho Potato Bowl. Everything else, though, we were up to date. So, if you want to go through the scores of the ones that have already happened, and I will go, and I'm gonna
just give everybody a good idea of what happened. So, I'll start out with the Marshall and TCU. Or UConn, I'm sorry. Marshall, UConn. Yep, so Marshall won 28-14. Both me and Hunter were very sad to see our Huskies get kind of railed pretty hard. I was actually working that day, saw it on the TV. Pretty upset watching that on the TV, I'm not going to lie to you.
I hate to say
But not much to say there. Then we got Eastern Kentucky blowing out San Jose State in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Again, me being hurt because San Jose State has the best uniforms on the planet to me. Love those uniforms. So, always disappoints me when I got to watch those guys lose. And then Toledo just now beat Liberty in the Boca Raton Bowl 21-19. Hunter does not get his cover.
No. Thanks Toledo, for letting the old backdoor trick play flea flicker. Couple bad breaks for me so far this week, but hate to see it. I mean, we had trying to think. Oh, SMU, BYU. I mean, we decided to go for 2 at the end of the game.
Yep.
There was the UConn couldn't backdoor cover. I think, what else did I do? North Texas covered, which was sweet. Southern Miss and Frank Gore Jr. absolutely carried. Oregon State messed around and just curb stomped Florida.
Let's say Florida kicked a whimper field goal so that they could hold on to some.
Yeah, trust me, I let all my Florida fans know that was pathetic, disgusting, and an utter disgrace to everybody who watches college football. This should be
it's the most embarrassing thing ever
on bowl games.
Because
that is pathetic.
Hey, did you hear all their fans after being like, "Yeah, we still have a 30-year streak of not getting shut up"? It's like, shut up! You just got murdered by the Beavers.
By the way, Beavers 10 wins, finished the year.
I'd say a good season for them. By the way, that was awesome.
They were all pissed off because they were playing a 9-3 team. Excuse me? You beat the Pac-12 champions. Don't give me this crap. Don't you dare. Okay? You just got outplayed. You just lost by 27 because you kicked a phony field goal inside. You were inside Oregon State territory. Go for the end zone, Billy.
You got to give them a little bit of slack. One quarterback declared, one quarterback is picking his cell. So they got problems down. And the other one transferred, so they got problems over in Gainesville. So you got to come a little bit of slack. Jack Miller, he's a practice MVP according to some people. Game time, not so much.
Right.
This is always. I think this is me and Hunter's favorite type of weekend. Florida gets blown out, and neither of our teams have to play to watch anything bad possibly happen.
Florida gets to play. Florida gets embarrassed before Christmas. Are you kidding me?
It's like, what? Christmas came early.
This is a new tradition of mine. I mean, this happened last year. UCF, Gasparilla Bowl, all over.
I was at that game. It was awesome.
Getting embarrassed by UCF. Thank you very much. I think the year before that, they got embarrassed too.
Yeah, Oklahoma beat them like 49 to something.
Marco Wilson, my friend, thank you.
Oh,
You
hold
went from the
on.
playoffs to losing by 30 to Oklahoma. I think they beat Michigan in the Peach Bowl.
Yes. Yep, that was 2018. 2019, they beat Virginia Tech, but like scraped by,
because they let Virginia claw back in that one.
Yeah, Virginia. Yeah, not Virginia Tech, Virginia. But then they played Oklahoma in 2020, and if you ask any of their fans, they say, "Oh, we just didn't care about the game." They lost 55-20.
Right.
Kyle Trask looked embarrassing. 3 interceptions. Whew.
Oh yeah.
Made Spencer Rattler look like an all-time player.
To be fair, I know they had a bunch of dropouts in that one too, but that's what Florida is. If you're not going to play in it, they are the definition of, "I'm not going to play in this because I don't want to do it."
Yeah,
you're quitting. You're a definition of quitters. Sorry, Florida fans.
Can't argue with that. You can't argue with that, though. I mean.
Oh, by the way, we almost forgot. Hit that subscribe button, guys. We're still lacking subscribers. We really need subscribers, guys. Come on, we need that subscribers. Hit that button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. And if you want to hear more about great bowl games and Florida sucking, join the ride.
This is the place to be.
This is the place to be. We will still credit Florida if credit's due, but we'll also still criticize them. We do that with every team.
Yeah.
We do that with Florida State. We do that with my team. God forbid if one of our teams loses, we're gonna hammer. We're gonna drop the hammer. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do any team. Just listen. Hit that subscribe button, guys. If you like the video, you want to pass it on to people else, hit that subscribe button.
Yeah.
Continue, Dylan.
But I mean, this was a fantastic game to watch. Florida looked uninspired, unimaginably bad.
Oh, that was pathetic.
I mean, it went viral.
That hammered Oregon State with 2 separate bets. I appreciate the free money. Free money.
Billy Napier's really changing the culture down in Gainesville. You saw that one play that went viral where the defensive end just did not care at all.
Right.
Half stepped in like he was going through walkthroughs.
Right. All right.
Oh man.
Okay. So, all right. I have the.
All right. Let's hear it.
Okay. Did we go through the rest of the scores?
I didn't go through.
I guess I'll do it right now.
Yeah.
All right. So, just an update where we're at right now. All right, so the last time we went through Friday and Saturday's games, which were 9 games?
I think it was, 9 games.
8 games.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, because we didn't count the Celebration Bowl.
Nope.
That's why. Anyway, so we each had UAB. So we're doing a game. So if you missed last episode, we're playing a pick'em game with bowl games. Money line. And you get the money line, it's 1 point. You get the spread. If you correctly write down the spread, it's another point. If you don't get anything, it's just no points.
Yeah.
So, we're each actually... Dylan is actually in a 1 point lead. He got seven games correct. Money line, he picked them. 5 spread points. So he had UAB money line outright. He had UTSA, they lost. He had Louisville, they won, and the spread. Oh, he had UAB, but they didn't cover, so he only got the partial point.
Yeah.
He only got the 1 point. He had Oregon State plus the spread, so that was 2 points. He had Fresno, so that was 1 point, but he had Washington plus 3, so he didn't get that point. Yeah. He had Southern Miss and the spread, so he got those 2. He had BYU and the spread, so that was another 2. And then he had Boise State plus North Texas. We were on that here first. Yeah. Hammered North Texas plus the points. So both of us got that. I had UAB money line, not the spread. They didn't cover. They won outright, though. Troy. I had Troy -2. It was always Troy. They only had like 150 yards of total offense because we thank the Roadrunners for their 5 straight turnover possessions. So I had Troy and the points. I had Cincy. They lost. They got crushed. Oregon State in the points, Fresno State in the points, Southern Miss in the points. I had SMU in the points. Unfortunate there. And then I like I just said, we had Boise State and North Texas to cover. So as it stands right now, Dylan is at 12 and Hunter is at 11.
Oh, it's close. It's close.
It's a 1 point lead for Dylan right now. So we will continue on now. Do you have all the games uploaded?
Yes, I do. I got
so
all the games from Wednesday to Tuesday. Yep.
Okay. This is
Order by
through
date.
Christmas up until New Year's 6?
It's just up until Tuesday. I was going to add more. I wasn't sure how far you wanted to go.
I think we go all the way up here. I'm going to pull it by NCAA up here. We're going to go all the way up to dang thing. Stupid ads. Monday, Tuesday. When do you think we would shoot it again?
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Do we want to go this Tuesday, and then you know what I mean?
Did you go all the way through Tuesday? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
then
we can do that. We would just record Tuesday night.
Yeah. Record Tuesday night, get the rest of them in, and then we can do, for most of the show, be spent on our breakdowns for what we think is going to happen this playoff season. New Year's 6.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so next episode we'll finish our pick'em, and then we'll also do New Year's 6, some breakdowns, and then playoff predictions, because we got playoffs next week. Dogs.
Excited.
Anyway.
Hey, Knowles play on Thursday.
Knowles play on Thursday. We already hammered the Knowles already. That's a
Yes, sir.
spoiler. Sorry, folks. Had to hammer them while they were getting a touchdown against free Oklahoma. That's like free money. Is everybody playing, by the way?
Yeah, there's no opt-outs so far.
Oh, beautiful. Dylan.
It's kind of late, too.
Dylan, that's the most beautiful thing I've heard.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. So, we are going to continue on with our game called Dylan and Hunter. Who you picking? Presented by... hit that subscribe button.
Let's say I got white vision if that works, you know.
Presented by Star Wars.
Yeah,
Star
exactly.
Wars, you want to hit us up?
I would love that sponsorship. That would be fantastic, man.
Right? Okay. So, let me pull up these spreads, and then we will roll. And all right, here we go. Tomorrow night, Wednesday, December 21st, is the R plus L Carriers Bowl in New Orleans, where Western Kentucky versus South Alabama will battle it out. USA, South Alabama.
Let's say I got that pulled up too. I thought it was the funniest thing.
South Alabama, it comes in as at -4, and yeah, they're getting 4. They are currently 7-5 against the spread. Western Kentucky is 8-5 against the spread. Dylan,
Yeah.
USA comes in as 10-2. Western Kentucky 8-5. Dylan, who are you picking?
So I'm gonna go with. Well, I mean, you can't go against the United States because USA.
Yeah,
I'm going with the University of South Alabama, and I want to take the over. I think they
Over?
I think they win more.
All right, so folks, the over is at 57. Are you aware of that?
Yes.
Okay.
I think we see
So
points.
over 50. So over 57.
Yep.
All right. So over, I guess, will go in as like a spread point again. It's just
Exactly,
like an
yeah.
extra point. I'll just count it as a spread / over, just so I'm not getting confused. I'm not going to create a.
No, yeah,
separate,
you're good. Yeah, no, I understand.
I don't need you.
I was just looking at. I was looking
at.
at some of these. I was looking at some of these numbers, and I was like,
I'm not
I
going
think
to let you sneak away with that extra
Yeah.
point. I actually I'm going to take South Alabama. I hammered their money line. That line scares me a little.
-4.
But for these purposes, and for a college football other side pick I'm doing. Let's see what I did.
I would say the only reason I'm really going with the over is both teams average like 33 points a game.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna take Alabama in the points.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the 4.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So we'll take -4 on here, and we will press on here. One second. Use this binder. I got a poor surface here. I'm writing on. All right. So our next one is Baylor and Air Force. This is the only Thursday game. This is the Armed Forces Bowl in Fort Worth, Texas. Air Force comes in as a 4-point underdog. Both team Air Force is 9-3. Baylor's 6-6. Trying to see some quick little stats here. Air Force comes in as a solid defense. They're 6-6 ATS. Baylor's 7-5. Baylor is a 3-3 as a favorite against the spread. Yeah. So Baylor is 8-4 on the over-unders this year as well. So, depending on how you want to do that. The over-under is set at 43.5. Dylan, who are you picking?
I'm going to go with the Bears, the Baylor Bears, on this pick. And those are the points. I think I'm probably going to take the under.
Yeah.
Simply because I don't really like Baylor's offense, and I mean, Air Force is a service academy team. I mean, I'm not hating on that. Love the military, hoorah, but their offenses tend to be one thing, and that is bad. So I'm going to go with the Bears, and I'm going to go with the under, because I think it's going to be a boring, low-scoring game on a Thursday where you'll be switching to Thursday Night Football as quick as possible.
Although, I mean, are you though? It's Jets and Jaguars.
Yeah.
I don't know. He doesn't play for them anymore. Coke said alone. He's wearing a Sam Darnold jersey. Steelers own Panthers. Own the South. 4-0.
Right now, I think Trevor Lawrence is must-see quarterback play, so I would still watch it. He's been playing fantastic, actually.
I'm going to take Baylor,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to take Air Force to cover.
Ooh.
I think this is a low-scoring game. I think possessions are limited, and Air Force is a good enough defense where they're going to limit Baylor's not really anything offense.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to think this is a close game, but this is within a field goal. That's like late score, low scoring, like a gutted out, like a 21-20 or like a 24 to. I don't even know, like 24-20 game maybe, or even if it's like 20-17, something like that. I think it's like a late. This is a low scoring, but very close. Like possessions are not going to be at a premium.
Yeah, I think it's low scoring too.
All right. We'll move on now to the Friday slate. Yes, Louisiana Lafayette and the Houston Cougars come in. Louisiana's at 6-6. Houston 7-5. This is the Independence Bowl, I think. Right?
Yes. Let me double check that for you. Yes, it is.
Okay. Yeah, the Independence Bowl. Houston comes in as a 7-point favorite. The over/under set at 57. Louisiana Lafayette 7-5 ATS. Houston's only 4-8 ATS. So, Dylan, who are you picking?
I'm going to pick Houston, but I'm going to go with the Cajuns against the spread.
Okay.
Say it's a whole touchdown. I feel like is a lot there. So.
Bowl season, a touchdown's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very risky. I'm going to take Lafayette. I'm going to take them to win outright, plus the points. Here's why. Houston, although, you know what? Actually, it depends. Let me see. I just want to see something. Actually, you know what? I'll check that. I'll take Houston. I'll take Houston in but Lafayette in the points, like you.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it, but the only reason I saw that, so Houston is 1-7 as a favorite ATS this year, but they are 5-3 as a favorite though money line.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think like I said, like you said, and I said, if you're getting a touchdown or north of a touchdown as an underdog, you're more than likely going to cover in bowl season, just because these games are so you never know.
They're just weird.
Yeah, weird games. So I'm going to be just like Dylan. We're going to take Houston but ULL plus the points, and we will move on here in our ULL game. Okay, move on to the second game of the Friday slate, and a game I might be at. The Gasparilla Bowl is in Tampa, Florida, where Wake Forest and Missouri kick off. It's a 6:30 kick. This is kind of like a pick'em game. Wake Forest right now is getting -1. Take that how you want it. I mean, that's pretty much a pick'em. Over under is 59. Dylan, who you got? Wake Forest 7-5, Missouri 6-6. Missouri coming off a big win though against Arkansas to get to bowl eligibility.
My only question is going to be: is Sam Hartman is playing correct? As far as I can see, it looks like he's playing again. I haven't seen anything saying he's not. Because if he's playing, I'm taking Wake Forest, and I'm taking the points for Wake Forest. I'm taking them. I mean,
okay.
Can you imagine? I feel like you have to pretty much take one or the other, right? With a 1-point spread. I mean, you can't be like Wake Forest wins, but Missouri covers.
I'm
We're gonna tie.
I'm going to take Missouri.
Oh.
I'm going to take them to win outright.
Oh.
So here's why. Well, first of all, I'll take them to cover anyway. They're 5-2 as an underdog this year. 7-5 overall. They're 5-5 ATS the last 10. I mean, Wake Forest is really no better. It's 6-4. They're 5-2 underdog favorite. Wake Forest is only 5-5. My only issue, and I guess it doesn't really matter here as an underdog. I mean, Missouri is 2-5 as an underdog money line, whereas Wake Forest is 6-4. But at this point, like you said, like we've been saying, like this is a pick'em game. I think Missouri just has. I think they're going to have a little bit more juice, and I think the SEC. I think they're going to be able to run the ball a little bit better. Maybe the quarterback is, but I think he's going to be able to make some plays, and I think everybody's playing for them as well. So, I'm going to take Missouri.
Okay.
I'll take Mizzou.
Spice it up a little bit.
All right. Move on to Saturday. God, we only get one game on Saturday?
Yeah, because there's
a bunch
games.
of NFL games, though. That's true. Steelers play. All right. It's This is it's the Hawaii Bowl.
Yeah, it is.
Middle Tennessee State and San Diego State. Both teams are 7-5. San Diego State is -7. Over/under set at 49.5. Both teams have the same ATS record at 5-7. Underdog Middle Tennessee State is 4-4, where San Diego State's 2-4. San Diego State has a better defense rankings. Where Middle Tennessee State has struggled on offense all year.
Yeah.
But I mean, San Diego State's offense is no better. They're ranked 125th in the country in first downs, 118th in passing yards. So, but Middle Tennessee State ranks 128th in the country in passing yards allowed. So, this is like a slugfest waiting to happen, or a shootout. I'll start. I'll take San Diego State to win, but I'm going to take the over at 49.5.
Okay.
I think both teams don't really have a very good passing defense. I mean, San Diego State's defense is a little bit better. Obviously, I mean they're ranked 35th in passing yards.
Yeah.
But Middle Tennessee State's passing is ranked 31st in passing yards. Usually, offense always overcomes the defense more often than not, except for the select few times. But I mean, at this point, I mean, I think we're going to see some points here. 49.5 is not a whole lot anyway. I mean, that's like a 20. Yeah. That's 27-24 game right there. There you go. I mean, that's so. I think that's the more likely case, but I'll take San Diego State to win. Go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna go with Middle Tennessee State because a couple of reasons. Number one, the Miami game this year. If they play anything like that, I can't even imagine the things they'd be able to do.
Was that Middle Tennessee State being good or Miami bad? Because Middle Tennessee State, I think, got crushed the week later.
I mean, you could point either way. I have a friend who I went to high school with who's also a Middle Tennessee State, so I'm a little biased in this point. But I think Middle Tennessee State wins, and I want them. They'll cover.
All right, they are getting 7. All right. So Dylan taking the underdog. All right, so we'll move on now. Sorry, I'm gonna have to take this hat off. It's getting a little hot in here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I kind of felt hot in my room too.
Right. All right. All right. We'll move on now to Monday, where it is New Mexico State and Bowling Green, who will play in the Monday, December 26th, and they play in the Quick Lane Bowl. This is in Detroit. This is inside at Ford Field. Bowling Green is 3.5, getting a 3.5 as a favorite. Over under set at 47.5. Both teams are 6-6. Looks like a lot of Bowling Green's getting a lot of the money, but New Mexico State is 7-5 ATS, where Bowling Green is only 4-7-1 as a favorite this year. Bowling Green's 0-3 underdog. New Mexico State's 3-4. But I mean, the other outlier is Bowling Green is 2-1 as a favorite this year, just to win outright. Where New Mexico State as an underdog is 2-5. So take that how you will. Dylan, I'll start with you. Who you got?
Yep. I'm going to go with New Mexico State, and I think for the points that it's an under 47.5.
Gotcha.
I was looking at this. You know, tickets are as low as $3 right now. Like, nobody's going to this game. It's going to be an empty Ford Field.
Yeah. You had the over, you said?
The under. The under.
Oh, the under. Under at 47. Yep. All right. I'm going to take Bowling Green in the points. I'll take minus 3.5. They're getting heavy. They're heavy right now. I think, why not? I mean, you never know with Bowling Green. I mean, both teams. Yeah. So, I mean, I like how they're 2-1 as a favorite. I think they come out ready to go. We'll see. I mean, you never know with these games.
It is straight up like a lottery.
Yeah. It honestly, some of these smaller games, like, nobody watches unless you're a diehard. I mean, like, but a lot of these teams, like, you can't watch them anyway. So
yeah.
All right, so we'll move on now. So we pick it up Tuesday, where we get a little bit of good action, actually. December 27th, where we start to really get into heart of bowl season.
Yeah.
So we got 4 games that day. This is a Tuesday, December 27th. We'll start at noon, where Georgia Southern and Buffalo play in the Camilla Bowl. Georgia Southern's a 3.5-point favorite right now. Over-under set at 67, so look for a lot of points. I see Georgia Southern is 2-0 as a favorite this year. Buffalo's 3-1-1 as an underdog. I like Georgia Southern to win, and I like them to cover.
Yeah.
Same for you?
I'm going to go Georgia Southern also, but I'm going to take the under on the points. Differentiate from us a little bit, but also because I just do not see... I mean, they're going to score points, but I don't see 67.5. That's kind of high.
Okay. So you have Georgia Southern, though, but under?
Yep.
Okay. All right, we'll move on to the next game, which is the First Responders Bowl. where Memphis comes in as a 7.5-point favorite. The over-under is set at 61.5. Memphis getting a lot of 74% of the bets, and they come in 4-3 this year as a favorite ATS, and as a favorite on the money line, they're 6-1. Who you got?
Memphis outright.
Okay.
I think they kill Utah State personally.
Memphis and the points. They're getting the north of the touchdowns a little worrisome, but I think they'll take care of it.
I thought about that too at first, and then I was looking at the numbers, and it's like they score like 35. Utah State scores. You know what I mean? It was just like it's not really that close when you look at the numbers.
Yeah. All right. So we'll move on now. Just kind of going rapid fire here. Ooh. Coastal Carolina, East Carolina, the play in the Birmingham Bowl. East Carolina's 7.5-point favorite this year, or this game. Over under set at 62.5. Trying to see. East Carolina's getting 55% of the bets. East Carolina's 7-5 ATS this year. They're 3-4 only though as a favorite. Coastal Carolina 4-7-1 ATS. 2-2 as an underdog. Who you got? Coastal Carolina 9-3. East Carolina 7-5. Who you got?
I was gonna say before I say the pick. Coastal Carolina had one bad game against James Madison, which is throwing off all their numbers.
Well, they had the bad game against Troy too.
Yeah, but they had a record of 9-3, but it says they allow 30 points a game and score 29. Mm-hmm. They went 9-3 though, so I'm going to Eastern Carolina just because Coastal Carolina lacks an identity anymore. They lost their head coach, they lost their star quarterback. There's not much else you can do there, but I'm going to take Coastal Carolina to cover still because 7.5 is kind of big, in my opinion, especially when neither of these teams are that good. So even without their star quarterback, I still think they can keep it close.
I was thinking that, but now I'm thinking also what you said. They just lost their coach. They just lost their star quarterback.
Yep.
I'll take East Carolina in the points.
Okay.
But you're taking East Carolina, but Coastal to cover.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll move on to the final game that we're doing because remember we are stopping at the Tuesday slate. This is the guaranteed rate bowl. This is 10:15 kickoff. It's Wisconsin and Oklahoma State, two teams that I have no idea what to think of because both teams don't have a quarterback anymore. One team has a new coach. They'll be starting next year.
Yep. So just another thing to add about this this game. Both teams are without their starting quarterbacks because both are in the transfer portal. A little fun wrinkle to add to this game, make it even more fun.
Yeah, right. Over under is 43. Wisconsin's a 3.5-point favorite. Wisconsin's getting 58% of the bets. Both teams kind of stink ATS. Underdog, Oklahoma State's a little better at 4-3. What's the spread right now? It's 3.5. God, that's
Yeah.
I think I took Wisconsin. I'm going to take Wisconsin to win outright. Oh, God, 3.5 is gross.
Yeah. It's almost like a pick 'em at that point.
I'll take Wisconsin and the over at 43.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna kind of go the opposite way of you. I'm gonna go Oklahoma State, and I'm gonna go, they win, and that Wisconsin does not cover. That they
plus 3.5.
They went outright.
So you have Oklahoma State plus 3.5, or Wisconsin and Oklahoma State plus 3.5.
Oklahoma State plus 3.5. Say I would just give my reasoning being I trust Mike Gundy more than I trust whatever's going on in Wisconsin. Didn't their interim said he's not coming back either? So it's
Yeah. You know what? God, I want to just switch my pick, but no, I'm going to stick with Wisconsin. So you're taking Oklahoma State to win outright plus the cover.
Yep.
Okay. Just making that.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I got you.
All right. So we'll come back. So like we said, so next Tuesday we'll record and we'll finish off bowl season because we'll do our Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday slate, and then I guess Monday, because we'll just spend the entire time doing that. So we'll come back to the scores, and yeah, so we'll finish off here with a little segment. We'll say just like, what does my team want for Christmas, and we'll do a couple teams. And we'll just say what we want. So we'll start with Georgia. What do I want for Christmas? I want us to beat the living hell out of Ohio State. That's all I want. I want to beat them so bad. I don't even care what happens to the national title game. I want to end those little turds. Okay? That's all I want. All I want. That's all I want. And I want Ladd McConkey to get healthy. I want McClendon to get healthy. And yeah. So, all right. What does Florida State want for Christmas?
You know what Florida State wants for Christmas? They want to commit an ass whooping against Oklahoma on that Thursday night. They want kind of, because this is going to be, Florida State's had a couple nationally televised games, but we haven't had one outside the Miami game where we can really go to town on a national brand. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think this Oklahoma team, I think we really can go to, the points right now, it's 9.5. Florida State's favored by 9.5. So, there's no opt-outs. I think this is awesome for Florida State. All Florida State fan could want for Christmas right now, Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah, they're going to. All right. Oh, yeah, I think Florida State will dominate. If you were able to get them at 7 when the line opened, that was smart.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move on. I get, if you're Miami, what do you hope to get for Christmas?
I think there's a couple things you could think about, but I think the first thing you want is to keep your recruiting class together.
Yeah.
Because they're putting up some crazy recruiting numbers, and I don't know about you, but I don't know how many those kids are actually going to end up signing and going to Miami. Because I don't know, man. This just feels like one of the situations where they get a lot of recruits, and then on, early signing day, 8 of them flip.
Tomorrow, as of right now, which is actually today, it's Wednesday, it's midnight. Yep. It's Wednesday, December 21st. It's signing day today. So we're going to find out what happens there. If I was a Miami fan, what I want for Christmas, I want to see more fans in the stadium. Can we get a better job of getting some people out there?
Only thing I would say to that, Hunter, is this is a Christmas wish, not a miracle. So you got to kind of be realistic to a degree, right?
Well, listen. As a Miami fan, it's at the top of your list. Come on.
That's like, I'm trying.
Yeah.
When they get that stadium on campus one day.
That's what you're actually going to ask.
Yeah.
What does Auburn want for Christmas?
What do I think Auburn wants for Christmas? A scandal-free year. If I'm Auburn, I'm praying no news coverage. Just stay away from our city for one season. All right.
If I was Auburn, I want a reliable quarterback.
Oh, for sure.
Give me a reliable quarterback, because we haven't had one since freaking Nick Marshall.
No, what's his name? 2017 Auburn.
Jarrett Stidham.
Yes.
Since then, yeah. So, give me somebody that's reliable at the QB position. Yes, that's what Auburn fan. If I was an Auburn fan, that's what I would want. Michigan, what would you want? What do you want for Christmas?
If I'm a Michigan fan, what I want for Christmas more than anything is to prove the doubters wrong. Because there's Harbaugh finally was able to get over the hump 2 years in a row. You know what I mean? First time the program has beaten Michigan twice in a row since the '90s. Ridiculous, by the way. That's crazy to me. So if I'm a Michigan fan, what I want for Christmas, a chance at the national championship. Go to the game. You know what I mean? That's all you could want for Christmas this year. Big whoop if you don't win it, but to get there, be on that stage, play with Georgia again, get that rematch with them.
Lose again.
I mean,
Anyway.
you know what happens to us all. You can't,
Anyway.
Next year he gets another chance to get over that hump, right?
Next year, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
If I was a Michigan fan, I would probably ask for, I don't know, maybe like a reliable passing game, and
That's,
those are the last two. We'll finish off with that one.
yeah.
No, there's Michigan. We have a couple more teams here. Alabama. If I was an Alabama fan for Christmas, I want a coordinator that won't let me down again.
Yeah.
Please and thank you.
Yeah, if I'm an Alabama fan, what I want for Christmas is for Steve Sarkisian to get fired from Texas this offseason.
Or
for Nick Saban to give him another job.
yeah, or give me a set of defensive backs that won't get penalized on every single play. That would be nice too. That would be nice too.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah, that will work.
All right, Texas. What do you want for Christmas?
If I'm Texas, what I want for Christmas is probably, obviously you gotta knock the joke right out of the way. I want to be back. That's what I would want for Christmas. But realistically, what I think Texas would want for Christmas, probably more consistency out of Quinn Ewers. You know what I mean? They have that guy. You know what I mean? They have the man to bring Texas actually back, unlike whatever that 2017 to 2020 was. You know what I mean? You're so close. Like, you're legitimately so close to getting to that hump to where you can be like, 10 wins every year. That's not crazy. More consistency out of the quarterback, and bam, you're there. But
I want to see all the newest and shiniest toys given to my quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Make sure they stay happy and they don't want to go over to somewhere else. Because you got Arch Manning coming in, you got Quinn Ewers who's there. I want them all to be happy. I don't need them heading out anywhere else. Keep them happy. Bring out all the new toy model comes out, you get it for them. The new video game comes out, you get it for them. They want more money, you give it to them. Do whatever it takes.
exactly.
All right, we'll finish off with the team that'll be on the naughty list this year. Florida.
Oh man.
What would you like for Christmas this year?
I mean, it depends on how what kind of Florida fan we're talking to, because I think there's like 4 types of Florida fans right now. There's the Florida fans right now who all they want for Christmas is $35 million to hand to Billy Napier to go home. But
What do you mean the delusional, idiotic? The very few, the very few realistic people, and I think we're gonna go undefeated every year, people. Or the people who think Anthony Richardson's a good quarterback. That was
way too many of them.
Okay.
There's a couple of things I want for Christmas though.
Okay.
Number one, no more pedophiles on my team. That's a big one. I feel like that's like. That gets you put on the naughty list for a year.
Can we get a crime-free year, please?
I was gonna say, can we get a quarterback room that does not have a felon in there, please?
How about what are they called? The ankle monitors. Can we just get a team ankle monitor set? Maybe some of those.
Yeah, it's like back in like high school where the coach needs to look at the report card at the end of the week. He's like, I got to go through your guys' computer at the end of the week. You got to let me see it. You got to let us see it.
Give me Discord open. I need Discord
Jack.
open.
Jack.
Well, Jack won't be there anymore.
You think?
Jack will be doing team meetings from Zoom.
Yeah.
Later on. So, what else does Florida want for Christmas?
Oh man, there's so much. You know, you could say anything. You know, you could. Dan Mullen back.
Dan Mullen back. I would say the biggest thing, if I was a Florida fan,
Mm-hmm.
I would either want give me like an entire set of Desmond Watsons to put on the defensive line so we can actually stop the run, or give me, if I was really a Florida fan, I would be begging on my hands and knees, writing on a list for a solid transfer quarterback.
Yeah.
So,
God, yeah.
because they don't have anybody right now. So we saw that like Jack Martin was, like, granted he didn't really get time to do anything because nobody.
Ed is probably putting it lightly. He looked bad.
He looked bad. He wasn't getting any help from his O-line.
Mm.
There was no run game at all. So I mean, I kind of get it. Pearsall played well, but like, they weren't going to do anything.
Yeah.
We knew that going in. So. But yeah, I mean, if you're a Florida fan, you better be praying you get a good quarterback in the transfer portal or someone decent enough, like I don't want to say like a Spencer Rattler-esque, just like someone that's good, like a well-known name that could possibly just fit your style. You know what I mean?
We're gonna end up getting like Graham Mertz.
Graham Mertz or Grayson McCall are probably the two big ones that they're either going to get. So. But yeah, if you're a Florida fan, you better be hoping for that.
Never mind. Actually, 13 minutes ago, Wisconsin transfer quarterback Graham Mertz commits to Florida. So there we go. By the way, that guy is probably going to be very mediocre. No offense.
So you get the old lefty. So congrats on fourth place. Graham Mertz, you get early Christmas early. Congrats, Florida. He just finished fourth again in the division.
Such a sad. Oh my.
Anyway, so we'll end. That'll be all the good teams. The rest of the teams made the naughty list.
Yeah, pretty much.
All of them made the naughty list. Bama squeaked by the hair of their chinny chin chin.
Yeah.
Clemson didn't.
Clemson did not. No. Maybe next year they'll get by.
South Carolina gets to be on the honorary list though because of all the good. They were such good boys by the end of the year because of how well they played against those naughty bullies. Tennessee fans get coal for life. Tennessee fans coal for life. Ohio State fans can join them. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. No, not sorry.
Blake's going to kill you on that one.
No.
Yeah, don't be ready going to work. Don't be ready going to work later.
Right?
Blake's going to find you.
Blake's going to find me. That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, man.
So, we'll like we said, we'll be back Tuesday night for, we should be back Tuesday night, as far as everything goes, to break down the rest of the bowl games,
Yep.
get you guys ready for the playoffs. And enjoy bowl season. We got a bunch of games. Enjoy them. NFL games are heating up too, so enjoy them. And that's all we got today. So
yeah,
Knowles and Dogs podcast. Please hit that subscribe button. Begging you guys to do that. Hit that like button. Video will be dropping out tomorrow. So yeah. With all that being said, I'm Hunter.
I'm Dylan.
And thanks for watching, guys. See you later.
Thank you. Have a nice night.
You too. Said you too. Nice. All right. Peace out, guys.
See you guys.